Have you ever thought about a personal weather station? Maybe wanting to get one? They can save you thousands on repair bills. What? Stick around, let me show you how.
You're listening to NOAA All Hazards Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service, station KEC 55, serving the Dallas-Fort Worth listening area.
So in this video, we're going to talk about the Acurite 5-in-1 weather station. I'm going to go over a breakdown on how I installed mine, where to purchase it, are there deals out there, what comes in the kits, and how their ecosystem can tie in to multiple devices and actually save you money on repair bills. So let's get right into it and talk about the 5-in-1 weather station. So here it is in all its glory. This is the 5-in-1 kit that you can purchase. You see the display, the 5-in-1, and the access. Here's the unit on the Acurite website. It can be purchased there for $199. Keep your eyes peeled for deals. Here's another snapshot of Amazon, another place you can purchase it. Here's a cutaway of the 5-in-1 that shows kind of the internal guts. Okay, let's go over the parts of the 5-in-1. This is the anemometer. It measures the wind speed. Here we have the two solar panels, one on each side, that circulate the air over the temperature and humidity sensor inside the unit for a more accurate reading. It comes with a nice bubble level right on top, so you can level the unit so the wind vane will give you the exact wind direction. Here's the rain collector with a debris catch to keep junk from getting inside the unit. A close-up of the wind vane from the side. Starting at the front of the unit underneath, we've got a 3/4 inch mounting point. You see the two screws, those are for adjusting the rainfall and taking the correct measurement. The battery compartment, and the wind vane. These little vents that you see are to allow the water to pass through the unit and actually fall out for self-emptying. Behind the two screws, there's a little piece of plastic to protect the teeter-totter measuring device inside while shipping. Don't forget to remove that. Here's where the 4 AA batteries go. Acurite recommends using the lithium type. Here's a better shot of that tape that you need to remove before installing the unit outside and calibrating it. It does come with a nice mounting bracket. You can mount it from below or on the side. It shows in the manual it mounted to a 5-foot tall 2x4 cemented into the ground. I mounted mine on a 3/4 inch pole. These are the screws and anchors you can use to mount the supplied mounting bracket. Note those were found inside the battery compartment when I unpacked it. So the pole I used is actually a retractable flag pole. I think it only ran me about 65 or 70 bucks. Goes up 20 feet. Way up there. Look at it go. Any minute now. And there it is in all its glory. Now let's take a look at the display. There's a lot of different options for the display. Many of their displays will work with the 5-in-1. Some of the displays can upload the data via Wi-Fi to Acurite and or Weather Underground, but note only some of them have battery backup and only some of them can store data. So it's important when you look at the package you're wanting to buy or the display you're wanting to buy, are you wanting that battery backup? Are you wanting that ability to upload the information to Weather Underground? Take note that if you use the access, there's no need to buy a display that sends that information to Weather Underground and or Acurite. Access Point is going to take care of that for you. The Acurite access will upload all that data. You can't have both the access and a display sending the information up. You can only have one upload device. Here's the display that came with my unit. It is a high definition TFT display. Gives you all the relative information, wind direction, wind speed, high, low temperatures, current temperature, dew point, you name it, it gives you all the information you need. I was able to catch a lightning strike. The display lets you know when it detects lightning strikes as well if you have a lightning tower installed. This is a really neat feature because it lets you know how far away the storm really is. So here's what the lightning tower looks like. I hung it right outside the garage under my eave. Doesn't really look like a tower, but it does detect lightning. It detects magnetic pulses in the air. Here's another shot showing just how far away from the edge of the gutters it's hanging. Just kind of sits there, measures ambient temperature, listens for lightning strikes. Here's a snippet from the Acurite website showing another 5-in-1 capable display. This one is not a TFT, but a color display that has Wi-Fi connection to Weather Underground integrated. Here's another example of a weather station you can purchase with your 5-in-1. This one has lightning detection, but does not upload to Weather Underground. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Acurite Access, this little guy right here. So what it does is it collects the data from the 5-in-1, stores it on board, and then uploads that data to the Acurite servers as well as Weather Underground if you choose. So if you lose power or if you lose internet, it will store that data for up to 12 hours as long as you utilize the battery backup inside. 3 AA batteries, and all that data will be saved. As soon as the power and the internet come back up, it automatically uploads that missing data to Weather Underground and to Acurite. So let's take a look at the web interface for the Acurite Access and how all that information is displayed in a web browser. All right, let's take a look at the web browser for Acurite. This is tied directly into my weather station. So what we're seeing here is all of my sensors. We have the 5-in-1, I have a lightning tower, I have a sensor in my chicken coop, and I have a sensor in my garage. And down below here, we have a forecast that it builds out over this. In this case, it's the next 7 days. You can also do a 12-hour, kind of take a look how the weather's gonna look over the next 12 hours. Everything in here is you can interact with everything. So you have like the humidity and the pressure, the dew point, and what it feels like outside. But if you click on humidity, for instance, it takes you over to the charts page where you can see the humidity change over time. And if we scroll back up to the top, we can go back to dashboard. Maybe we want to check on the chickens' temperature at any given time. Here's the temperature on the sensor in the chicken coop. You can look at that over time. The humidity is pretty flat in there. Pressure change outside. Dew point, basically, I believe. So that's pretty interesting. So yeah, the dashboard gives you a bunch of information. You really don't need a display. The app works exactly and looks exactly like the web browser, the web interface. So it's really convenient. They both look exactly the same. They work the same. They did a really nice job with both of those. Lightning strikes. Oh yeah, that's interesting. 9 lightning strikes today. We've had a bit of rain. Here we had 6 strikes at 11 o'clock. That's pretty interesting. So over on, let's look, I want to go over the alerts. Let's look at some alert rules. Now this is where I really think this thing shines. You can come into the alerts and set up rules to notify you when certain things happen, like a low temperature or wind gusts. In my case, I've got the garage and my chickens set to a low temperature alert so that I know to put a heater out there if necessary, and wind gusts. So I have this huge gate that acts like a wing in the wind. And when wind gusts get too high, it really puts a lot of pressure on the gate. So I just leave the gate open. So here's another example of a notification that I have set up that says, hey, let me know when those wind gusts get above 20 miles an hour, and then I'll go open the gate. And this can send alerts to you via phone, text, or email. I think there's some other options in there too, but this is a really neat feature that your weather station can do for you, which is let you know when certain events happen. Yeah, so I really like the interface. I use it a lot, you know, and you don't even really need a display. This works wonderful on your phone, something that you've always got in your pocket. Okay, so this is where I think you can really save some money on repairs. This is a room temperature and humidity sensor with a built-in flood detector. Yes, a flood detector. So you might be thinking to yourself, what am I gonna do with a flood detector? So here's a shot of my air conditioner upstairs, and you're looking at the drain pan. Now, just like anything else in a home, these things need routine maintenance. So what we're gonna do is take that flood detector and put it inside this drain pan. Just set the sensor itself in the drain pan. Now, most air conditioners do have a shutoff valve like the one you see here, where if it detects too much water, it will stop the air conditioner from running. See, the drain pan is a secondary emergency catch for water when the condensation builds up in the main or the primary drain going down into like a bathroom or something. Every time you change out your filters, you're supposed to take a little bit of bleach and pour it down the primary drain to clear away or kill all the junk built up in that drain going down to the sink. If you don't pour bleach down there and keep it clean, it will back up. All the water will then divert to the secondary, which drains into that pan and then gets pushed out to the outside of your house on an eave somewhere. That's where you see all that rust build up coming out of that drain pipe on the side of houses sometimes. That's the secondary drain that is actually pouring out and rusting out on the side of the house. So now you can imagine if that pan gets full of water and then it overflows onto your ceiling, for instance, if you have an in-attic air conditioner, the entire roof of whatever room that is over is going to be destroyed. Talk about a major cost and a major expense to repair such damage. This unit will warn you long before that secondary ever fills up. So there you have it, the Acurite 5-in-1 weather station. It's more than just a weather station. It can let you know long before disaster happens at home. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. I hope you found this video informative, and I'll see you in the next one.